This is one of those days, man. I'm telling you. Doing all the boring stuff. This is the stupid stuff. This is the dumb stuff of entrepreneurship. Still, I'm writing more emails. Emails blow. They blow. Let's petition emails. Let's get rid of them. Just kidding. It's a good technology. But what I've been doing, as I mentioned earlier, is I learned pretty much the CRM and how to blast these emails out and, how to write them and organize them and all that good stuff. So I've been sending them out. And one of the things that I've sent out so far is only to previous podcast guests, an opportunity to sponsor the podcast. It's the first time that we're offering Roku City, offering sponsorships. So it's a fairly big deal. But there's people on this list that are unsubscribing. These are my friends unsubscribing. And now I'm taking it personally. I'm taking an MJ moment. I'm taking it personally. There's actually one specific person that unsubscribed that I'm like, I already had him in that like, this is motivation for me because I'm like gunning for him again. But I plan on printing out their face and all of their statistics for their podcast and for the YouTube channel and for their Instagram, all that stuff, even their revenue, and having it plastered here. So every day I can look at it and say, I'm going to do whatever it takes to bring this person down. Not in a malicious way, but in a I have to beat you way, because I just think you're lacking integrity. Not a cool person anymore. Regret having them on the pod, and I'm taking them down. They're going down. I will destroy them. Ethically. Yeah, this is it feels like a weird transition moment because I went from a week that was fully packed of sales calls like every hour of the day to now having some more space. So having to figure out how to restructure things, reprioritize what's the highest task. And I'd rather be doing different things than what I'm currently doing now. So that's a current problem that I'm trying to solve. Writers group tonight. Keep you updated for that. I'm heated. I gotta go for a walk. I gotta go outside, let some sunshine on my face to reestablish a smile. Because this is garbanzo beans. I'm telling you, this is a really interesting point in the business. It's like a make or break thing. I think I mentioned in a previous video that like the next 10 days are going to determine what happens after that. I think we're reaching that point. I mean, some of the temptation now is get a job, keep the podcast going, and go for a more traditional route of bringing in capital. Not to say that I cannot do this, but I'm just saying there's easier routes to accomplish the same goals. Here's another topic of interest. When starting a business, a lot of people pursue them in the context of becoming a lifestyle business, meaning that you want to earn enough income to support the lifestyle that you want. That's not really the goal that I have for mine. I want more impact. I want it to be impact based. So the more people that I can help or help achieve their goals or help them solve problems in certain ways, that's what I would like. But doing that at a very large scale, even in revenue as well. So 9 figures, 10 figures, those are the types of goals that I'm aiming for. And sometimes to reach a higher peak, the foundation has to be wider. So if that means taking a break from what I'm doing now to reestablish some capital, to then infuse into the business without having to take on loans or anything like that, could be worthwhile. She hates that ball. Rocking the sandwich. I put the mayonnaise on the inside of this, and then I cooked it. Now it's very good, I gotta say. That whole advice about taking a walk works. Feel less heated. Heading to a writers group, a little writers meetup. A couple people from an improv class. We're gonna write some jokes to hopefully perform in stand-up. It's pretty fun stuff. After a grueling and despicable hour of traffic for about 7 miles, it'll do it to you. We made it. These people better be funny. I better be hilarious. My jokes better hit. Keep you posted with how it goes. Also, most of my responses in regards to the business usually aren't as compelling as they are today. Today, I feel a lot of anger. I am upset with how things are going, and that's all right. Days are going to be like that. It's all right to be upset about stuff, but you don't need permission from me. Good morning. Saturday morning. We're hooping today. This will be the first time I've hooped in, I don't know, 2 months, 6 weeks, something like that. Maybe even 7 weeks, right in the middle. It's been raining so much. I'm excited though. Should be fun. Playing basketball with a couple dudes from the entrepreneur group. So this is the first time we're all balling. Yeah, I might not break out the windmill today. I kind of want to play a humble game. But, Tesla about to hit me. Last night I went to that writers group, and then I went to a bar with some more of my improv class, and more of them showed up. It was a lot of fun. Something I love is that these people just show up. They show up to things. That's amazing. That's community building. I love it. That was horrible. We played 2 games. Lost the first game 13-4. Then we waited 4 games. We waited for an hour and 45 minutes. And then we got skunked 7-0 in less than 4 minutes. So now we're just leaving. We just left. That's probably the most brutal I've ever been smoked in a pickup basketball game. Absolutely hilarious. Terrible waste of time. Interesting morning for sure. I'm in that weird awkward zone where it's like I sweat when I played basketball, but I didn't sweat enough to kind of warrant a shower. And then I also might work out later because I didn't work out enough in the basketball. So it's like, you know, it's like that uncomfortable, I'm kind of sweaty. It's like where you were attending school and then you got a little rowdy at lunchtime and you're sweaty, but you're not like super sweaty, but you're slightly uncomfortable in the clothes you're wearing. That's kind of where I'm at. Today's Saturday. We got a little bit of work to do. Got 3 interviews on Monday. We're interviewing Jeremy Schneider, who I'll show you. When I first interviewed him, he was episode 50 and he had 100K on Instagram. Now, let's see how much he has. Instagram. He has 486,000 followers. He's been moving. He's been grooving. His goal is to hit the 1 million mark, but we're going to discuss what happened to the banks collapsing, like why it happened. And then the second interview is with Carl Christian Flores. He is on School Spirits, which is on Paramount Plus, which is very exciting. And I worked with him on a film set last year, maybe 2 years ago, on a short film. So that's where I met him, which is also very exciting. It's cool to see him land those roles. And then the third interview that day, I'm a guest on somebody else's show. And then we got Groundlings on Monday. So that's what we're prepping. I have to memorize not to memorize my lines, but I got to go through them again because I'm performing the monologue again tomorrow. That's what today's looking like. So let's get to it. All right, you want to know what I learned so far? Keep in mind that I'm a man and I'm going to explain something. So if you put those two together, hey, I'm not here to get you triggered. I'm just a man explaining. I'm a man explaining things, all right? Here's what I got so far. SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, basically screwed themselves in the sense of it was a bank that predominantly their customers were venture capitalists, venture funded, and their niche was in the tech industry. And then they put like $100 billion in this bond that got like 1.79% back as like the rate. And then the federal feds, they rate hiked it. So then they're like, well, you can actually get more back. But they had already invested and locked it in for like 4 years. So then that super devalued the amount that their investment was worth, which wouldn't be that big of a deal, except all these people, like, word got out about it, and all these customers were like, dang, that sucks. We better take our money out. So then they started taking all their money out, but the bank already had their funds locked up somewhere else. And at the time, they only had to keep 10% cash on hand to like process those types of withdrawals. Essentially, they didn't have the money to be able to do so. So they first were like, we got to raise some money so we can pay these people when they're trying to pull all their stuff out, because people started to panic. And they're like, we should just get as much as we have as we can. So the bank was like, we'll just raise some money and then we'll pay all these people out. And then they couldn't raise enough money. So they're like, well, we'll just sell it. We'll just try to sell this bank. And people are like, well, nobody wants it. And then there's this big thing about how, you know, the FDIC is only going to insure up to $250K. And then 97% of the customers at SVB had more than $250K in their accounts because it was predominantly businesses. And they were like, yo, are we going to get paid? Are we going to get our money back? As far as I'm cut up now, the Federal Reserve came in and was like, yo, we will got you back. No worries. No worries, anybody. We're going to pay you all back. No big deal. And they're doing this like emergency lending solution where pretty much any time a bank is in trouble from now moving forward, if it's to pay people back out and they promise to use the funds to like invest in like qualified assets, so not locking them in stupid, terrible investments like the SVB did, then it's fine. Taxpayers aren't taking a loss. That's as far as I've gotten. We'll see. It's like an unlimited money glitch. Just say that your bank's going under, and then the Federal Reserve will be like, we need people to trust the banking system. We can't have them not believe in the banking system, so we're gonna just keep giving you money. Where does that money come from? It seems like the Federal Reserve is just like it's like a cyclical system where banks have to invest in things that also contribute, and they pay higher premiums on their insurance in order to like essentially absorb this loss just over a long period of time. That's what we got so far. I still got a little bit more to go, and then I got to take some information out of there to formulate good questions. It's not often that I do topical episodes on the podcast, but I really enjoy them. They typically perform better too. I just end up doing like people's full life stories and their journeys, but doing topical stuff like this has most often performed well. The highest performing episodes that I have is when Rabbi Daniel Levine came on and he talked about peace in Israel during the Israel and Palestine conflict. Another one was the Ukraine and Russia conflict, where I had my friend Ilya come on and talk about it. Another one was the Black Lives Matter movement. We did a whole three-part series on that. That was really enjoyable for people. Maybe I should just keep to more topical things. However, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We're just playing around with it. We're playing around. The next thing is people think that Credit Suisse, S-U-I-S-S-E, they think that one's going to be the next one that goes under, and then everything's going to explode because it's such a massive institution, but it's probably not really going to happen. That's what else I've learned. Kind of sick of looking at bank stuff, so I'm going to take a little break. Maybe get a little lift in. A little lift. I think we should do something special tonight. You and me. Chipotle. What do you say? Treat ourselves to some nice Chipotle. What do we say? That's healthy. That's nice. You know, we can deserve it after this lift. I think it all adds up. Currently en route to Chipotle. It's crazy how much power the workers at Chipotle have. I mean, they can really make or break your day. Too much sour cream, not enough meat. Let's see what happens. That was a very efficient Chipotle run. We got the goods. We're gonna see how we did. Honestly, I think we did well. It was slow. She was nice. Maybe she put a little extra. I don't know. She didn't. She put a normal amount, but I think the bowl overall should look good. Break down the order. Honestly, I wish I would have speed ran it because I think we were like a sub 10 on that. Let's get it. Tortilla on the side, a must, so your burrito bowl can become a burrito, could transform. Chips, so your burrito bowl that turns into a burrito doesn't get lonely. Then the bowl. See what we got here. I get white rice and brown rice. I get black beans. I get pinto beans. I get them both. See how we did. Take a look-see here. You know, I'm gonna say that's not bad. I'm gonna say that's gonna do the job. Also, normal fork instead of the wood forks that they have now. What is that? It's like a piece of paper. It's like a paper fork they have there. Normal fork. Get yourself a normal fork when you eat this Chipotle. I stand corrected. We're off to a terrible start. This is the piece of a plastic glove. E. coli outbreaks, I was almost a turtle. You know when they get stuck in the soda can holders? I was almost a turtle soda can holder strangled. Should I eat this? I mean, there's no lawsuit unless you don't go through with it, am I right? Just kidding. Hey, that's not the right mindset. That is not the right mindset. My tummy hurts. I'm leaving church. Man, my eyes are on fire, I'm telling you. I forgot the sunglasses. Hate it. You stand outside and you're squinting this the whole time. If you're not bringing sunglasses to church, you're doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. I'm not gonna make a futures too bright joke. I'm not gonna make a you see the light joke. I'm not gonna say the other one would have been inappropriate anyway. Good service though. Now I gotta research some guests. Same as yesterday. Prosciutto, cheese, egg, toast, Greek yogurt. Is good for you. What is going on? We're headed to acting class. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm supposed to be performing the full monologue today. The 3 of 3, 3/3 of 3/3, but I didn't even get a chance to get into it the last third. So I'm just gonna perform the same 2/3. I also, I don't gotta tell you what it's been like, but yeah, I've been trying to like get into character in little moments throughout the workday, and today's Sunday, so even at like church, I'm like trying to think of like what my character would feel like what would he be going through? So all that to say is, since things are at a fast pace, it's more difficult to be present, which I think is the key factor in any sort of acting or performing. You can only falsify an emotion so much. That being said, in regards to the work, I think that if you're pressed for time on having to do things, like I have to have these 2 question lists done by the end of today, and I'm only gonna have a very small amount of time to knock them out. You can do things quickly without doing things rushed. I think rushed is almost a state of being, really. But I gotta get going. I gotta get to this place, so I'll keep you posted. What up? We're halfway through class. I feel better about the monologue today. I haven't done it yet, but I'm first up in the work order, which means I'm about to do it in like 10 minutes. That's all right though. Feels good. I think most of the time it's more about how much emotional life you can bring to it, and today's class seems like it's gonna have more to work off of, so that's cool. Okay, bye. What's up, Shardies? Just got back from acting class. What's up, you guys? Back from acting class. Don't do that. The monologue went well. Found a lot of good nuances. I'm excited about it. Excited about the direction it's going in. Now it's time to cram. Got to bang out these question lists. Keep on the research. I have to learn everything about the banking system again. Thank you, Poppy. We have about 3, maybe 4 hours if we're willing to push it past beyond midnight to do so. It's 9 p.m. I think I'll probably try to cap it by 1 latest. Shooting for midnight though. Got a shower, just pounded a protein shake. So we're rolling. We're live, baby. Let's see what we can find. What's up? It's 11 p.m. I haven't written a single question. Still in the research phase. Found a lot of good nuggets on Carl Christian Flores, but I still have to understand the entire banking system, and I still have to write these questions for Carl Christian Flores, and I still have to write the questions for Jeremy Schneider. First interview is at 11 a.m. tomorrow, so I got time, but I gotta take a little break-ski poo here. I got no food in this wig no mo, so I cannot even be inspired by snacks. But this is, I don't know if this is common or not. I mean, the amount of time and research it takes to prepare for a podcast is definitely this extensive, if not oftentimes more so. But I try not to do it so late. Like I usually would not go to acting class today because it's up against the last week of the month, because every last week of the month, that's when I record all of these episodes. But I went today. It was worth it. However, this is the consequence or the cost. Worth it, but at what cost? Also, we're up to 94 5-star reviews on the podcast. We're 6 away. Did you know? This is a statistic that I heard. If you have at least 100 5-star reviews on your podcast, that puts you in the top 0.06% for ratings and reviews for podcasts. I'm telling you, it's really not a saturated space as people make it out to seem. I can help you get there. I can, but still, I'm 6 away. But hey, so if you're watching this, you want to do something nice, I'll throw that down below. Do a little plug.